Hey Pisces, this is going to be your reading for the month of April. I'm starting with you guys this month. I'm going to go ahead and pull you some general cards, some money cards, and we'll get into your love reading so I can kind of give you a little bit of something for everyone here. And then hopefully I remember to timestamp it. So let's just grab a couple general cards and money cards for you for the month, and then we'll get into your love. For those of you who are new, please keep in mind that these messages are for specific Pisceans. They're not for everyone. So if they resonate with you, that's great. But if not, feel free to check out your moon, your rising, potentially your Venus sign. I can already see that for this month, Pisces, there's going to be a situation here where you are going to grapple between whether you should act as your mature adult self or give in to, a more immature nature. It feels like there's a situation that's coming up that's going to call on you to either be the bigger person, or you may choose to either be the bigger person, or you may say, you know what, I will say that it's clear there's going to be an opportunity for you to be a little bit petty this month over something here. Could be dealing with a water sign like yourself, possibly. It could be another message I'm getting here is that for some of you and for those of you who have like minor children, not adult children, there may be something coming up here with either the other parent of your child. So this could be your wife or husband, or it just could be the mother or father of your child here, where the child may come in between the two of you as it pertains to, what is this? I feel like there's going to be, for some of you, a situation with the child where they're going to be two opposing positions about how something should be handled. And I feel like one of you, especially, and this is specifically for the ones with kids, and then we'll get back to a little bit more general, but there's going to be a clash between a desire or an idea that a situation that arises should be handled from a more maternal view versus, a very loving view. This is a very forgiving energy. One person wants to not belabor whatever this issue is, whereas the other one is a little bit more measured about the situation. And while, it's clear that both of you, care about the child, one is going to be a little bit more cold about the situation. Not cold. What's this energy? It's almost like tough love kind of an energy. Okay. Yeah, I get this energy like there is going to be a situation where one person wants to take action about something as far as the child goes, and the other one wants to just be patient, wait and see if it could be a behavioral issue or something like that, just to see if it clears up a little bit more on its own. Now, for those of you who don't have children at all, I feel like, I kept getting this very, a situation where you could be tempted to be very, very petty. And I feel like some of you are going to be trying to fight that urge. I think that the best case in this situation, when it comes about, is for you to remember, for some of you, you have things to lose if you take the petty route here. You have things to lose. And it feels like what's best for you to do in this situation, Eight of Cups, is to walk away from it. Even though, for some of you, what's being presented to you is an opportunity to be, it's almost like this isn't a trap you laid, but you see it as a perfect opportunity either for revenge, get back, or to kind of poke at a situation, or to be petty about a situation. Even though you didn't orchestrate it, it falls into place. All of the cards fall in line. And you're going to be really tempted to take a little bit of a lower road. It's saying here you should walk away from that in this instance. All right. Okay. Now, as far as money goes, I feel like it's going to be a bit of a challenging month for you as it pertains to business or work. I feel like either you're going to be pulled in a lot of different directions, or a lot of things are going to be thrown at you this month that you are going to have to deal with. For some of you, it's compensate for. So there's things happening in your professional life that are out of your control, but you do have to compensate for them in some way. And so you have to be very strategic and learn new ways to handle things. You may need to learn new tasks that you aren't used to, and, kind of take up the slack for something here. I also feel like for some of you, if you're running into a situation where this is like either an investment or a business that you are looking to open or to pursue, or just one that you are striving to move forward, it's saying that when you run into the challenges, if you're dealing with multiple opportunities, that's when you'll know the one that gives you the most pushback, the one that's most difficult, is going to be the one that's most lucrative. This could also be an energy if you're looking for a job. The one that makes you jump through the most hoops, do the most interviews, where you have to do the most research for it. That's the one. It's saying that's the one that's going to bring you the most financial benefit and stability. I also feel like for some of you, that conflict for you this month when it comes to business is a good thing, and that's that's atypical. I'm not saying that's always the case, but there's something about this month that really feels like when things aren't going exactly how you would want, that's when you should be like, oh, I'm on the right path, right? Typically, it feels better, right, when things are in flow and you're like, oh, I feel aligned in my path. Well, life doesn't always work that way. And some things you have to work through some obstacles and challenges to get the big benefit. And that's with most things. And I think that I feel like you're going to be challenged this month in some way, especially if it's something that, you've been wanting to pursue and you've been putting in, that you've just started, or it's something that feels a bit newer to you. It's going to be challenging, and especially for those of you who are learning something new and it feels like, maybe I've gotten in over my head a little bit. This is more difficult than I thought. If you've had that thought about whatever this is, you need to stay on the path, because that's the path that's going to lead you to the most financial success and stability monetarily. Okay. What's interesting is I feel like this is going to be a month also where the harder you work, the more effort that you put into overcoming things, the faster, the more exponential the growth happens, and it expedites your path to getting where you want to go. There's also some energy here that it's going to be, I feel like negotiations, if you're going to encounter those this month, will be trickier this month. Also, you may find it difficult working with people, and that may be the challenge for you. is that you may have to work with someone you don't like, or you're working with someone and you just have disagreements. You can't get on the same page. You're both passionate about your viewpoint and the way that you think things should be done. And that's going to be the challenge that you're going to have to overcome. But I think you can find creative ways to overcome this here. Also, for a lot of you, this month can be a turning point, I feel like, in your finances in general. What's the energy of this Death card? For some of you, things, have been okay. They've been normal, but they haven't been, outstanding lately. I feel like there's some kind of, what is this? Ooh, what is this? Okay. So I feel like there's some kind of turning point here. And I feel like with this Jack of Pentacles, the Jack of Diamonds, slow and steady is definitely going to win this race. But the other thing that I'm sensing here is that I don't feel like, let me correct that, because that's not exactly what the energy I'm getting. I think being patient is important and being committed to your path is important, but I do think there needs to be an adjustment in the way that you work and the speed at which you work. So I feel like there's a need to counteract some of the negative qualities of, the Jack of Pentacles, but embrace the things that are great about that energy. But there are some things that you need to change, and I think it's the pace at which you're pursuing something, or the pace at which you're making decisions. It's that kind of an energy for this month. So, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do your love, but I'm going to split that into another video. So we'll just do this one as general and finance, and then I'll go ahead and do your love reading. I hope that was helpful and provided a little bit of clarity for you, and I will see you on the next video.